On September 23rd, Diego suddenly and surprisingly dumped me, ending our decade-long marriage. It was devastating and my heart was shattered. At my request, we waited 3 months to announce it as I was in shock and needed time for me and the kids to process it. I had thought things were going well, as 2 weeks before he ended it, Diego had just celebrated my birthday for the first time in our marriage. Also, we were always intimate throughout the whole of our marriage, except for the 2 months after last Christmas Eve. There have been rumors throughout our marriage. In the beginning, I found them funny. I do not find them funny now. One of which I want to clarify is that Diego and I were in a traditional monogamous marriage the whole time until he dumped me. So why are we releasing the news so close to Christmas? I waited until the 22nd so the kids would be out of school for the Christmas break. I hope this will help shield them from most comments at school about a topic that is difficult for them. Over the last 3 months, I have learned many things, including that my marriage was not what I thought it was. And knowing what I know now, it is less of a surprise. In the first days and weeks following, aside from the intense grief, I began to feel significant relief from the constant fog of confusion and hurt I had felt throughout my marriage. I gave our marriage my all, which allows me to be at peace and move forward along with the children. I do not regret the last decade, thanks to our 3 incredible kids. I would gladly go through hell for the privilege of being their mother. I'm so grateful for the amazing people I have met during the last 7 years, thanks to the channel and how Diego has been able to help so many of you immigrate to Canada for a better life and to avoid immigration scams. Thank you for opening up and sharing yourselves and stories with me. Also, thank you for all the prayers and blessings you continually send our way. I feel the support and continue to need it during this difficult period. Okay, last attempt. You could. I'm especially grateful for Diego's mom, who arrived for a 2-month visit 3 days after and assisted with the household and childcare. It enabled me to slip away to grieve when needed and to be able to give more one-on-one attention to the kids to help them through this time. I'm also extremely grateful to a couple of friends who have been lifelines, and I would not have made it so far in my healing journey thus far without them. I also have been surprised at all the support I have received from those who know me. One of my greatest comforts during this time has been my relationship with God and my understanding of His plan for me. So where are we now? We are attempting to co-parent in the same house. My youngest is still nursing and would likely develop attachment issues being separated from me for days at a time. Diego wants the kids to stay in the house with him, and it has the added bonus of being financially cheaper. He has moved to the basement bedroom and is often away on trips. I am no longer involved with the channel. The only involvement I have with Diego is working together as a co-parent, the necessary involvement with the roommate, and resolving the divorce details. The kids and I have been going to therapy to help us do the work to heal, understand, and be more compassionate to ourselves. The pain is still just as strong, but over time it has been triggered less often and for not as long. I have felt very empowered through this process of change and healing. I am discovering the real me that I had to repress in order for the marriage to continue. I am looking forward to the better future that has opened up in front of me now. It won't have the money and fame, but that in itself never brought happiness and has never been something I chased after. I acknowledge my very privileged position as I grew up in a developed country in a family without addictions. And even before the channel, when Diego was a drywaller in construction, I was able to stay home and raise our little ones. We are also privileged financially compared to others who are going through a divorce. Diego did not care if we were to remain legally married or not, but I do, so I have started the divorce process. I'm hoping it will be resolved quickly and smoothly so we can both move on and so the kids do not have to deal with the extra stress. I'm also returning to university part-time this January. I love my children dearly and will go forward trying to make decisions with what is best for them at the center of it, though I will fail at times. I would like to share 2 things that have really stood out to me as I have been going through this process. 1, I have always been enough. And 2, happiness. You don't chase it, you choose it. And I am choosing happiness.